Hi, this is Pam. I'm a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator, and today I have a little Make Stamping Easier tutorial tip for you. It's using the new Flower Shop stamp set and its matching punch. When I first got the stamp set, I went to punch that out and I realized that the punch petals, the petals are all different. They're different shapes around there, so when you take your stamp and stamp it out on a big piece of paper, you have to like constantly move it around and try to find exactly where it lines up to. And I thought there's got to be something a lot faster for me to stamp these and punch them out. And this is the stamp set called Flower Shop. There's 6 different stamps in there. They're all different patterns. The petals are all the same, but they're all oriented a different direction. So what I did is take a scrap piece of paper. This is just a piece of the grid paper there. And I took one of the stamps, and you'll have to repeat this process for every stamp in there. There's only 6, but it's pretty quick. So I stamped it onto this piece of scrap paper. And then I took the punch and I started putting it in there and see exactly where it lines up. And like I said, you think it lines up, then it doesn't. So then you turn it to this petal, and you have to keep going around and around and around and finding where it lines up exactly to. So once you find out exactly where it lines up to, which I think my piece of paper is a little bit too long. I think it's this direction actually. When you find out exactly where it lines up to the punch in there, punch it out, and then once you have it punched out, you can see the bottom here, the bottom one has like a little funny, you can probably see it better on this one. Right here it has a funny little notch on that one. So once you get your piece of paper punched out and you know exactly which one of these is at the bottom, because that's the way you're going to be sliding your paper up through it, is from that bottom. And I think it goes this direction, but again my paper is a little off. Of course I did it much easier when I was not filming it. But anyways, once you get your paper lined up to where it goes into the punch, and it punches it correctly, punch your paper out. And then look at your stamp, and then figure out which one is this bottom one. And on this particular stamp, it is actually this one. So when you stamp this and then slide your punch up, you'll line it up exactly right. So to keep it that way, all I did was put a little mark with a permanent like Sharpie marker on the bottom of each of these stamps. So when I go to put it on my block, put that mark at the bottom. So every time you stamp, it'll be lined up exactly to the punch, and you won't have to waste any time fiddling with where you're going to punch. And if you notice, I do not put the clear backing on my stamps. I actually keep that in here. Most of my stamp sets, I keep them into the package like this. You can get rid of this piece if you want. You don't have to keep it in there, but I do. But every one is marked at the bottom to exactly where it lines up in that punch. It doesn't matter which one it is. Like I said, they're all a little different, especially this one. This one has quite a lot of loops in it. So when you go to stamp that, it's just as easy. Find your little mark, put that at the bottom, and you will get it stamped and punched exactly the same every single time. So that's just my little tip for you today. And this is the card that I made. I'm using this for my mom. It's for her birthday next week. and it was very easy. See, you can see how it's lined up exactly. You got your little thin border all the way around there. So if you have this stamp set or order this stamp set, just remember this fun little fact, to do that to your stamps before you start stamping and punching with them, because it'll make it a lot easier. So thanks for watching, and you can visit my blog to see more Stampin' Up! Projects. Have a great day. Bye.